From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military intelligence. And they are not what they claim to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want the major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief. Beyond belief.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. We don't take days off because reptilians don't take days off. How you doing, Oliver?
No, I agree with everything you just said.
Good. Because it's right.
I'll tell you why I agree with it.
Because it's right.
It is right. And we're doing a
You're
fucking
not wrong.
alien show. We're doing a fucking alien show. My nipples are the tense. One of them's weirdly moist. I didn't know that were a thing. But yeah, I'm in.
I'm
here for it.
If I could think about any like men I know that like lactate, I would think probably Ollie.
I mean, I didn't say it was there was milk coming out of it. You said it was moist.
No, you didn't. But you see, it's like one of those things where if I see like a load of breadcrumbs and like little duck feet going like in the mud in a certain direction, I don't need to see the duck to work out there's a duck being here. It's just logic.
Interesting. I didn't know you knew so much about ducks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're like bread and they've got feet. Basically a duckologist.
I think they're allergic to bread and we just feed them bread because we think they like it.
Well, they eat enough of it.
Yeah, but it's kind of...
I'm not having ducks who are like fucking gluten intolerant.
I mean, what else do they eat? If you think about it, you just see them like floating about in a pond, and every so often they just put their heads down and...
Well, now and again we get a funnel and we stuff it down their throats and we force them to eat corn until they're going to explode because it makes their livers enlarged, and then we rip their livers out. So it could be worse.
Oh, is that what's that? Is it foie gras? Yeah, foie gras. No, I've not had it. I won't admit it if I'd had it anyway. I'll tell you. I mean, just a quick story about a duck.
Great.
A friend of mine had a duck as a pet, and he came home.
Name?
What
was the duck's name?
I can't remember the duck's name. This is probably about 20 years ago.
How the fuck did you know somebody that had a duck for a pet?
Yeah. And
you didn't remember the duck's name? Like that was just kind of... I would remember the duck's name over the person's name.
I mean, I never really got close to the duck, if I'm honest. But he told me a story. Well, he was in the pub one night, and he was a bit upset because the
duck was in the pub.
No, he was in the pub, my friend, and he was a bit upset because he'd come home, and his duck was lying on the patio, and someone had chopped its head off. True story.
Really?
Really, yeah. Somebody had chopped his duck's head off. Yeah.
Fuck. Should have kept him inside.
Yeah, it's not nice, that, is it? You come home.
Did he get the head back?
No. Well, I didn't ask that. I just bought him a pint and just,
That's fucking horrible.
avoided talking about ducks.
Did he eat it?
Well, I think they ate the head.
No. But
What's left of the body? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I did think, what
nice,
waste not, want not.
Yeah, it's not like a dog.
Yeah,
we
you
made
know
the brackets up. Like once I went through animals with my son, and because I obviously didn't want him to grow up to be like vegan, and we went through like a farmyard book, and we made a game up where we would just put like friend or food next to the animals.
Right.
And obviously ducks, although could be friends, definitely fell under food.
I mean, you could eat anything on a farm, really, if you think about it. Any animal.
Sheepdog.
I mean, the horse, you could even eat the horse.
Sheepdog.
It depends what country you're from, but yes.
Yeah, we're in the UK. We don't eat horses or dogs, so,
Well, I mean, we don't. I imagine a horse would taste great. I'm just going to put that out there.
I've eaten a horse.
Have you?
Mm.
Any good?
It just tastes like a steak.
So I imagine that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. Fine.
Mm.
Let's push ourselves out of this. First of all, to any of our listeners in Hawaii or Japan or Russia, I can't see the numbers for, oddly enough, you guys, just don't get the data. But if you're out there and you guys happen to be, especially down in LA as well, anyone that has been alerted for tsunami warnings after this morning's earthquakes, I hope you've all got to safety. I know, like Greg from Strange Sauna, who's been on the show a few times, was in Hawaii. He posted a video from the airport where they were being sort of told to seek higher ground. So I hope anyone that's there is good. There was something that was slightly. I wasn't sure whether to lead in with this tonight. I know we're going to go somewhere else really rapidly, but the stories that have been going around today have been pretty fucking wild about Oprah Winfrey, and you know how she bought up a load of land, didn't she, in Hawaii, where she's got like her house.
Yep.
So there's a private road that goes through her land, which cut out like fucking half of Hawaii in distance from like one of the closest points to the tsunami warnings, to getting to higher ground. So the difference is like if you've got her house here, and the road's here, and your high ground is here above the microphone, you could just go through there and you're there, or you have to go all the way around to get there, to get to the high ground. There was a load of sort of like disinformation put out about this because she wouldn't open the private road up for people to drive through. And
what a bitch.
Well, this was the thing. So there was a load of people saying, no, it is open. It's open. It's this is like people just saying things that aren't true. But then I've done a little bit of digging into it, and the road was open. She did open the road.
What a lovely lady.
She opened it at like 1:15 when the expected impact of the tsunami was 1:17.
So she opened it
2 minutes
leaving 2 minutes
before the
grace.
Impact. Yeah.
What a twat.
Yeah. Pretty rough, isn't it? It's pretty rough.
It's almost like fucking a bit evil, isn't it?
No,
well, a lot evil.
Well, it is. I mean, it's it is evil if you have a path to safety for people to come through, and you're not willing to let people to come in and use that path to safety. That's one thing, but the fact that she opened it later suggests she didn't want to, and be it her own decision or like part of the Oprah Winfrey team said, we need to do something about this because people are going to say you didn't open this gate. However, if we do it really late in the day when it doesn't matter anymore, all we need to do is when people turn around and say they didn't open the road, we can go, yeah, we did, check. That's why it's been done. It's been done. So when anyone tries to fucking throw some shade saying she didn't open the gates, they go, no, look, the gates were opened. Like, we've even got pictures of cars going through. Shut the fuck up. Just because we could have done it like 8 hours earlier, just pay no attention to that bit. Just pay attention to the fact we opened them. Cunt.
Either that or she needed to shift some stuff around before they went through the land.
By stuff, you mean like small things?
Well, like garden gnomes and stuff like that.
Pizza, chicken, all that sort of stuff.
Yes, stuff that's...
Red shoes.
Yeah, she just doesn't want people to
Empty barrels
damage.
of adrenochrome.
I mean, you said that. Also, I apologise for our listeners. If you can hear an helicopter going over my house, there is an helicopter going over my house. I have no idea why.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right.
It won't fuck off, Lee. It's just keeps going round and round my house.
Is it black?
I can't see it, Lee. I have a roof over my head.
Yeah, but attached to them fucking walls, you've got windows you can look out of, Ollie.
I do.
And if the windows fail you, there's like these big things. They're like windows, but they don't work quite as well. But if you open them up, they're tall enough and wide enough for you to fucking walk through and go outside.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll leave you to carry on with the podcast, and I'll go and have a look at this helicopter, shall I?
I feel maybe you could have done this beforehand, if I'm honest. Like before, in fact, when we logged on together and I said, "How you doing, Ollie?" I feel you could have led with, "Well, there's a black helicopter going around my house."
Well, I don't know what colour it is, but I didn't think while we were doing the podcast. While we were doing the pre-podcast, I didn't think at the time. I just thought I can hear a helicopter, but now come to think of it, I haven't stopped hearing that fucking helicopter. Oh, it's gone. No, it ain't. It's back. Fucking thing. Anyway, carry on. What you got for us, Lee? What you got for us? Slime me up.
Wild. So there has been a guy. I can't fucking really pronounce this guy's first name.
Avi Loeb.
No. The Avi Loeb stuff we've got for later.
Oh, okay.
This is for a podcast that came out today called Ecosystemic Futures. And Richard Banduric, I think you pronounce his name.
I think that looks like
Banduric.
Banduric.
We'll go for it. He's worked for Lockheed Martin, NASA, ULA, and DARPA. And he's just dropped in this podcast about UFO materials. So would you like to listen to it, Oliver?
Yeah, make it big. Make Richard big.
Oh, I'll make it big, you dirty bastard.
They were smart materials. Like one of the things is when these materials, you'd be looking at them and you try and reverse engineer them, that they would turn to dust. And they would do it within a minute or two. And then so you could take the dust and then send it off and get the isotopic analysis done on them. And they were extraterrestrial. But these materials, I mean, we're looking at something that's hundreds of years ahead of us. When you look under a microscope or an electron microscope, you're looking at something that's composed of very small particles that seem to be communicating with one another. So those are the things that I've been involved in that we can talk about. But, I think that's one of the reasons why extraterrestrial materials are not really available to most people, is because most of them are set to disintegrate if they get in the wrong hand. Isotropic analysis of the dust that's left behind tells you it's extraterrestrial, at least where it was manufactured. But so we're looking at materials that can reconfigure themselves. So they are composed of small subunits. So the type of things I looked at were there's something as small as a sliver of metal. The head would reconfigure itself depending on where it was. It would cloak itself and it would try to blend into the environment. So the ones that this one NGO used to get a hold of were the ones that were technically broken. I guess the ones that didn't really function very well. So then you could collect them every once in a while and then try to analyze them. You could do things like split them apart. They would attempt to find each other or reconfigure. Some of the experiments they did was we took one of those and we put it on a very hot surface of about 3,000 degrees. And what it would do is it cooled the surface around itself. And then when we took the device off and then waited again, we would find that the mass would be reduced by a certain amount.
Do these feel like program materials to you, Richard?
Yeah, they were, like I was saying, they're more intelligent materials. Like these subunits probably had computational functionality, right? Because they knew what their neighbors were all about and they knew they could reprogram themselves to be something different, right? If they needed to change themselves. So these are really curious types of materials. So that's how we could kind of tell they were extraterrestrial, because these things weren't like decades ahead of us. They were probably hundreds of years ahead of us.
I've just used a new plugin from Unison.
He's used a new plugin from Unison.
I'm glad. I hope it works.
Come sponsor us, Unison.
You're, do you know what that made me think when I listened to that clip first time around?
No. Graphene?
Yes. Self-assembling nanostructures.
Fucking hell. I was thinking graphene then as well.
Yeah. How weird. How weird that.
You're going to go into COVID, aren't you?
Kind of. COVID adjacent.
God, fucking hell. Little twat.
But how weird. Like, look, I'm telling you, all fucking roads lead back to fucking those 2 years. Isn't it weird, though, that he's talking about alien implants there?
Yep.
And things that are found in people's bodies. And he has...
So you're saying when you take it out, it just disintegrates to nothing?
Yes. The ones that worked, and what he was saying there, the ones that were broken, you could kind of collect those bits up.
Interesting.
But the thing that really caught me, I'd say like shocked me slightly listening to it. The idea of these like self-constructing like nanostructures that are supposedly within the vaccines, and right, realistically there is some sort of self-constructing like element to them because of the like the clots that we're seeing, you know, these fibrous build-ups in people. But I mean, what?
How would you know? Wouldn't you know if there was something in a syringe that was just tiny particles, but once it entered the body, it would gather together to create an implant. Is that where you're going with this?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, we don't know what they're for, but yeah.
How would you ever get found out? You know, if that thing, like,
look,
if that thing eventually created a piece, I don't know, just hung around on a piece of gristle or wherever as this little tiny piece of metal that has, I don't know, it's own way of I don't know, what would it be there for?
Well, right, I can't answer that question. What I can do is I could at least shed a little bit of light on what I've experienced from people, because I thought this was nonsense, right? The magnetic thing, you know, people saying they got the vaccine and like it being magnetic. I thought, fucking shut up. Don't be stupid. Am I getting it? No. Do I think it's turned you into Magneto? Probably not. Then, after it being around for a little bit, a friend of mine and their mother went to get it at the same time. Like this person where I come from is like reasonably prominent, and they turned around to me and they said, like, I can say this to you because you won't think I'm weird. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but carry on. And they said, look, we went and got these yesterday. I'm not sweaty. This whole thing about it just being sweat and build up and stuff like that. And them and their mother could both put fridge magnets on their arm the next day. They just stayed there. She said it's... Fuck. How long did she say it took to stay there?
It's still there now, isn't it?
3 days, I think. I think she said. Then after the third day, it kind of disappeared and it wasn't happening anymore. But like these people that... Well, I mean, sorry, I spoke to my friend about it. I didn't speak to her mother. Not the people to make shit up like this. Not the people to talk about this sort of stuff either.
I told you about my friend, didn't I? That she works she's quite high up in the NHS, and her brother got vaccinated, and she jokingly wanted to test the magnet theory, but she wouldn't get the vaccine, which was interesting. And when she did, I think she did tell her brother not to get it as well, but her brother needed to get it for his job. And there's a video that she showed me of her with her brother, and they're all pissing themselves laughing because it's got the magnet and it sticks. So I definitely think it's a thing. I didn't until I'd seen the footage of that. Because because I saw loads of people doing it, and I thought, is this just a trend? Is this just something that's... But I saw this, and I know her. Don't know her brother, but I know her, and I know she won't lie. She showed me that video.
So that's like, if we're going to go into the realm of fucking wackadoo, what if this was what if whatever's been going on in abductions? Because this is the thing about abductions, right? I'm not sure where I stand on aliens. I'm not sure where I stand on like craft. I'm not sure where I stand on reverse human craft, all that sort of stuff. I think the phenomena is a thing. But
100%.
But what it is, no idea. However, when it comes to like alien abductions, that's something. Like there's too many abductions that happen. There's too many people that come forward. There's too many people that have like you get people that come forward with alien abduction stories. That's like, I'm fucking Jeff. I've worked my entire life as like a managing director of a small company. The most I do is go and play golf on Saturday, and now and again I go to the bar with my friends, and it's like the normalest of normal people that have led the normalest of normal lives up until something happens, and then it keeps happening to them. I don't. If it was like, I mean, even like Betty and Barney Hill. Anyone listening to this podcast probably know who Betty and Barney Hill is. If you don't, I'm not sure what rock you live under. But they were the first real like abduction case to be recorded. They were a mixed race relationship in the 40s. I think it was, wasn't it, Ollie? Was it the 40s?
It was 50s.
Was it 50s or 40s? Either way, not the easiest time to be a mixed race couple, let alone if you're a mixed race couple saying, oh yeah, and we both got abducted by an alien race.
Yeah.
That was very much a time that if you were a white woman going out with a black dude, you shut the fuck up and you got on with your life. You stay quiet.
It's a great case. There's a great film actually of it. From I think it was done in the 70s with James Earl Jones.
Yes, yeah.
It's a good film. But that case, I believe them. I think that whatever happened.
Some shit happened. Some shit. Do you know who else I believe? I believe Whitley Strieber. And I think he's fucking mental. Don't get me wrong.
He's nuts. But yeah, I think he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Could he have maybe made some stuff up afterwards? Possibly.
Probably.
Sell a few more
but
books.
Communion itself.
It's such a fucked up story. It makes no sense.
No. It's weird.
You know, if you wanted to just come out with a story, you'd be like, some aliens fucking came and abducted me. You know, it was a big shiny ship and this, that, and the other. But it's the other stuff that's in communion. Like with the dogs being fucked. It's such a wild story.
Yeah.
I think... Have you ever told... Did I let you touch me when we met? The back of my neck. Did I tell you, I've ever told you about the back of my neck? I've got a little weird lump on the back of my neck. I've never got it checked out.
That's your head, Ollie. That's your head.
No, but it's below the head. But it's literally at the top of the spine, and it's like a little tiny lump underneath the skin, and I have no idea what it is. I got the doctor to check on it, and he said, I think it's just a sebaceous gland or something like that. It's never gone away, though. Never. I don't think it's anything like bad, because it's been there for fucking years. But I have no idea what that is. No idea. Maybe I should get that checked out. See if I've got one of those little pieces of alien metal in me.
Maybe. But yeah, like what I was going to say about bringing the alien abductions up was, like, what if the fucking vaccination program was just a mass version
of that? It's funny you should say that, because there's a few people that have been abducted, and they've said, and this is many cases, they see greys initially, but in the background they sometimes see like scientists.
Yeah, army colonels, like people in military uniforms, is a big thing as well, isn't it?
So they see the grey initially, but then they see something else. And what I found really interesting, and we've interviewed a couple of the Walton boys, and we've never had Travis Walton, but we had Mike on, and Stu. I think it was Stu.
I'd like to get Mike back on.
Yeah, I'll message Mike. We'll get him back on before he dies.
I was thinking that. Wasn't gonna say it.
No, I'm sure he's still. He seems like a healthy fella, lovely bloke as well. But what's interesting?
George Trump's healthy, Ollie. Time.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll message him after the show. What's interesting though is that with the Travis Walton, with the film Fire in the Sky, which it's not like what actually happened. There's certain similarities, but there's a lot of that story which is bullshit. But one of the bullshit things that they put into the film is that the aliens are in suits. I don't know if you remember that, but the whole grey thing, it's a suit that was put up on display. And if you look at the film Communion, I'm not sure if this is in the book. I've never fucking read the book, but the whole grey thing is a mask, and they take it off. We've both interviewed John Regan Havoc, and he said that whatever's outside his room, it had no features. It almost looked like a fucking mask. It looked like two masks, because it was two figures outside his room. I'm wondering if whatever is going on, maybe it is as simple as fucking masks. Like they are dressing up as these creatures, and it is the fucking government doing it. They've been doing it for years. They've been putting shit in our bodies, and we have no idea. And they've made us think that fucking ET's done it.
I mean, right. I've often thought stuff like this, but not in the same breath of like UFO abductions. So when you think about all the like big leaps forward we made in like medical science, you know, there was pretty brutal things going on with people buying cadavers, you know, for to dissect in universities. You know, when we were working that shit out, like some fucking brave doctors turned around at some point and said, I need to like look at this stuff that's doing its shit while it's doing its shit.
And and I really need a healthy one as well.
Yeah. So and then, right, we've had to do so we can work out this is the weird the thing I always think about.
You said brave doctor, by the way. Then
I don't think so. Maybe
I think you said brave.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, look, this is what I was going to point out.
I would go with psychopath, but you said brave. But okay.
You wouldn't think that if you just had open heart surgery, you'd be thinking, fuck those prostitutes. I'm glad he looked at their hearts.
I need a drink.
I'm sorry, I broke Holly. But no, I've often like thought of this sort of stuff because I've thought about it in the
shower.
In the shower, like the idea of it slowly stopping beating, and the life draining from the eyes. No, I've thought about this when it comes to like World Economic Forum and the idea of like thinning population and like all this sort of stuff. Because let's say, for instance, it doesn't end in like a totalitarian like nightmare state, and it does end in some sort of Star Trek type fucking utopia.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there would be people talking in classes in like 100 years time, where children would be being taught about what Klaus Schwab and everybody else did. I'd be like, the great sacrifice that those people made because of how stupid the population was at the time.
Yeah.
And that the human race wouldn't have gone on if we'd allowed it. So these brave men had to stand up, be fucking vilified for it because they saved humanity. Yeah?
Yeah. Also, mate, if you think about it, they've been telling us for years that we have shit in our bodies. I remember that like a few years, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, they kept saying, "Oh, in all men's testicles is they're filled with plastic, filled with them."
Yeah.
But they also, I remember like in like the 90s, them saying, "Oh, you've probably got bits of metal and all sorts of stuff inside you." With this, if this thing that is injected in us can turn into something, say it understands that it's in a living thing.
Yeah.
Maybe when you die, it displaces itself again. So it's just dust around the body. Nobody will know any of the other one. No one would know anything.
The thing to think would be is if it was so far advanced, nobody would know anything anyway. You know.
No, but if you die and you get an autopsy, what was the cause of death? I have no idea. Natural causes or whatever. Was there anything in the body? No, nothing.
Mm.
So with all these people that have been vaccinated, if some of them happen to have some sort of like object that is in their body now, who knows what it fucking does? Maybe it's like a fucking little beacon for certain blood types or whatever. Who's to say that? I mean, who's to say that it's not in all of them? But just like in, is it the? I can't remember the film. It might be The Matrix, where he goes for a piss and those fucking beads come out of his piss. Those little tiny nanobots.
Oh,
They come out. Who's to say that a few people that have been injected it takes, and a few people it's just not interested because it's not there for their bodies, and it'll just go out. So they've had the saline solution in them.
I mean, you're also thinking the fact that these things would have to like manufacture into something. You know, we could be talking about things so small that we just simply don't have the capabilities in like a normal medical environment to even see them.
Well, mate, we spoke about this the other day on the show, and it was one of the Apple chips, and they zoomed in and zoomed in and zoomed in. That thing went on for fucking ever. And I'm like, how did they make that? How the fuck did they make that?
Oh yeah, it's some of the stuff we're doing like microprocessor wise, and that's microprocessor stuff. We know that's surface level. So who the fuck knows what we've got as far as like secret tech, and especially if that lady whose name escapes me now, that we're talking about like breakaway for civilizations and stuff like that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I had her name then. It just
is it Kathleen?
Catherine Fitz. Like who knows? Like if there's a breakaway some point that's continued to accelerate in like science and technology past what we have, we've just got no idea. We've no fucking idea like what it could possibly be.
Well, I've got a good clip here for us which goes really well with this, and this was quite a while ago. This was Lou Elizondo with Ross Coulthard on what's it called? News Nation. So here we go.
Did you, in any of your UAP investigations, come across evidence of alleged abductions of humans by non-human? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Did you, in any of your UAP investigations, come across evidence of alleged abductions of humans by non-human beings?
We came across information that suggested that people were having things put inside their body that they did not give approval to.
So people have been taken away from their homes in the middle of the night and had things planted in them.
Something that was put inside their body, something invasive, right? Something that was not put there by their permission to do something.
You've seen one of those implants, haven't you?
I have been privy to some very interesting things.
This photo, he says, shows one of those interesting things. It's allegedly a biological sample removed from a US service member and submitted for analysis. This is possibly an alien implant.
Well, if you look, there's actually a piece of the chip sticking.
This is possibly an US service member.
There you go. You want to pause it on the thing?
Yeah, so first of all, not only does it look like a
piece of chewing gum.
No, what are those Chinese dumpling things called?
Oh yeah, I really like them.
Yeah, I do as well.
Chinese dumpling.
No, what are they called?
Chinese
I just keep
dumpling.
thinking watcher, but it's not that. Something else.
No idea.
Doesn't matter. Anyway,
let us know in the comment section.
Let us know in the comments those you know what I mean. The like pastry things with nice stuff in them, but they're Chinese.
Slimy.
You steam them, yeah. But also that there, and let's be honest, Lou Elizondo does not have the greatest history of bringing photographic evidence to people.
This is true. We
however,
have had a few rough ones.
Yeah, that looks like the fibrous clots that we see in people.
It does look like a clock, doesn't it?
So anyway, let's play the rest of the thing.
And submitted for analysis. This is possibly an alien implant.
Well, if you look, there's actually a piece of the chip sticking out and what appears to be these fibers that were moving on their own. And then it looks like this chip or whatever this is, this foreign object, is encapsulated by some sort of biological material.
Could that not be something biological, microbiological, or parasitic?
Well, it's certainly the outside looks like it's some sort of masking device. In essence, you have a foreign object, which it's a metallic object in there, and it seems to be encapsulated by some sort of biological material.
But how do you know it's not just a bit of metal that somebody's knocked into on a building site?
Well, in this particular case, this was moving on its own. It was actually had its own metabolic activity, and it terrified one of the doctors who was looking at this under a microscope. Said they didn't want to see this again.
But are UAPs abducting people at random, or are they drawn to certain individuals? Elizondo says research has revealed an intriguing pattern among UAP experiences in a fascinating part of the brain.
This is a part of the brain known as the quadrante putamen, and it is a very specific part of the brain. It's responsible for all sorts of stuff, and some have even speculated precognition
But certainly intuition.
Intuition for sure.
Elizondo says the caudate putamen is larger in people with alleged psychic powers, what the government has called remote viewing. What about people who've had UAP experiences?
Very interesting. The same thing. And by the way, that's not me telling you. These are medical doctors and scientists.
Thanks for watching. Go to join.nn.
But certainly intuition.
Lee, that bit of the brain, I can't remember what he called it, but that
Wiggly Putamen.
Yeah, is that thing that's on the painting of God, where he's reaching out his arm and touching?
No, that you're thinking of the pineal gland, aren't you?
Oh, okay.
But I mean, well, the painting of God very much looks like a brain in itself. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole thing kind of looks like like a brain. But yeah, I've all I know is that pedali putamen sounds a bit like a Harry Potter spell.
If you say it fast, yeah.
Yeah.
Say it fast.
Pedali putamen. It's just fucking wild, isn't it? Like I've never seen.
I used to want to get abducted, you know.
Fuck that.
No, just to see the shiny ship, you know. I'd take a probe.
It's like, this is this a nightmare? Nope. Worse.
Just you know, I'll have a little feel around and just go, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that in my ass? It's fine. It's okay. You know.
I think we have to. I've got an interview here with Avi Loeb talking about this interstellar object that might be coming our way. I like, let's call a spade a small shovel. This is not the last time we are going to bring this up.
No. Because it's imminent, people.
It's what, Ollie?
Imminent.
Beg your pardon?
Imminent.
Thank you. We'll get there, little tiger. We'll get there.
Third time lucky. It's fucking Lou Alessandro's fault. It took me about 8 years to pronounce his fucking name.
But we have to go, because like there's, and I know we are as guilty as this as anybody. I mean, I don't think we've gone down. We don't go down the whole thing of like grifters type road, but we've very much gone down the road of disclosure's bullshit. aliens are demons. Anything that comes out from people like Lou Elizondo or Ross Coulthard or the Corbell is bullshit, and it's either intentional bullshit or it's useful idiot bullshit, which they're spreading without realizing it. But I think we have to at least exist in the realm where we go, what if this is right?
Yeah.
Like, what if it's real? What if
because it could be, and we could be fucking morons.
What if there's a Game of Thrones going on with different people pulling in different directions for their own fucking good, and you have like genuine, like what if people like Corbell and Coulthard are genuine, and they're trying to get sources, they're trying to get information out. They are given stuff which is wrong sometimes, but they don't know it, and they try and put it out, and they end up accidentally putting misinformation out. What if Lou Elizondo is the same? What if this stuff he's been given that he's put out, which is fake, is stuff he's been given saying you should use this? So then he goes and uses it, and then the next thing is he's got a picture of a fucking like.
Can you imagine if he just walks into the office and they go, "I got you with that one."
Yeah. The fucking,
you fucking dickhead.
Ashtray light on the ceiling, dickhead. Yeah, and it's just like we can't. Because realistically, it doesn't matter too much. It does. It obviously it does matter. The difference between blue beam and an alien invasion matters hugely. But realistically, the issue is the same. The issue is still regardless of whether it's a fake thing that's happening or a real thing that's happening, there is a real issue there at some point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if they've been here for a long time, and you keep hearing the stories that they're coming back, okay. Well, Avi Loeb's actually saying that if it is them that have been giving us these implants for some reason or other, but if they've infiltrated our governments, our armies, everything, if they've infiltrated everything, then it would make sense that they if they wanted to get more people with these objects inside them, then they would do something like a pandemic, and they would get it into the syringes, because they wouldn't just have to go around with their little flying saucers and abduct people anymore.
We've seen enough 80s Pulp Fiction sci-fi movies like The Stuff and The Invaders and things like that.
Yep.
That's that playbook. But let's listen to what Avi Loeb has got to say. Like, get yourself a drink or something like that, because this is like a 10-minute interview. So we might stop it halfway through.
The truth is out there, and we can't wait to hear from you, the Harvard scientist who believes aliens could be watching us right now via a Manhattan-sized interstellar object. We are joined now by astrophysicist. And doctor, please say your name for me, because I hate saying people's names incorrectly.
Avi Loeb.
Avi Loeb, astrophysicist Avi Loeb. Thank you so much for joining us. So I'm so excited to talk to you about this.
It's a great pleasure.
So first, NASA discovered on July 1st of this year a comet speeding through the solar system, which is cool all by itself. And for those that don't know, kind of explain what this all means.
Right. So this is the third object that we discovered over the past 80 years that came from outside the solar system. And this one appears to be relatively bright, meaning that if it was a rock, it had to be of 20 kilometers in diameter, bigger than Manhattan Island, and twice as large as the rock that killed the dinosaurs. So that by itself doesn't make much sense. There is not enough material in interstellar space to produce such a giant rock every few years. That's the period of time where we conducted the survey with the Atlas telescope. And so it's quite possible that the object itself is much smaller, less than a kilometer in size. And what we are seeing is the reflection of sunlight from a cloud of dust around it. That's in case it's a comet that is losing mass, that is getting evaporated by the sun hitting it. But we don't know that for sure because we haven't detected any fingerprints of gas around it. When it will come closer to us in the coming months, we might actually get a much better look. And at that point, it will be heated more by the sun, and therefore we might see it erupting like a comet. But as of now, we are not absolutely sure what it is. And it looks like it follows a trajectory, which is very special. It's aligned with the plane in which the Earth is moving around the sun. That's called the ecliptic plane, that all the planets are moving in relative to the sun. It's within 5 degrees of that. And the chance of that happening is only 0.2%, a small probability. And it will also arrive to the closest to the sun on October 29th, when the Earth would be on the opposite side. So we won't be able to observe it. And moreover, it passes very close to the inner planets like Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, with a very small likelihood of doing that. And it also comes from the direction of the center of the Milky Way, which is very crowded. So all of these indications imply that, maybe this trajectory is extremely unusual. And could it be that it was designed? That's a possibility that we have to contemplate. If it doesn't continue along its path after October 29th, it's possible that the stock market will crash.
Now, we like the unusualness of it all. And actually, in one of your papers, you suggest that the object may be an alien craft observing Earth, which, always gets a lot of eyeballs, always gets a lot of attention. Now, tell us, how did you reach that theory?
Well, I think that science is a great privilege to ask questions and then answer them with evidence. And we should put all possibilities on the table, that it's a rock, a comet, or something else, until we get the evidence, the data that will tell us what it is. And we are in a new era now. There is a Rubin Observatory in Chile that has a big telescope, 8.4 meters in diameter, that will survey the southern sky every 4 nights with a 3.2 gigapixel camera, and will discover interstellar objects every few months. And my point is, we should check if all of them are natural, because we sent spacecraft out of the solar system. Voyager 1, Voyager 2, Pioneer 10, Pioneer 11, and New Horizons are making their way out of the solar system, and they will exit from the outskirts of the Oort cloud in about 10,000 years. At that point, they will be just space trash. But other civilizations that are far more advanced than us may have sent functional devices that we may discover as coming from interstellar space. So we should assess any risks to our security. We are worried about existential threats from artificial intelligence, from global climate change, from an asteroid impact, but we don't think very often about alien tech as a threat. And I do believe that we should take it seriously now that we are identifying interstellar objects.
So if you want to go and listen to the rest of that interview, please nip over to CBS Boston, who did the interview. There's no 5 or 10 minutes of that interview there. Right, Avi Loeb is getting decimated for this on social media, decimated, and I think it's a bit unfair. I don't think there was anything he said there that seemed out of order.
No, I mean, Joe Rogan's just recently just spoke about it.
So this whole YouTube videos about him, Avi Loeb's a fraud. He's using pseudoscience to put papers in so he can generate clicks, which will help him do however these people think you make money to talk about aliens. I haven't worked out how you do it yet. Or at least not.
I don't understand a lot of things, Lee, but one thing for sure that I did understand with that, when he was talking about that object coming into our solar system, and for what I'm gathering there, that thing's going to come in perfect alignment to the movement of the orbits of the planet.
Yeah,
perfectly.
So well, it's not that. It's the fact that, like he said, the center of the Milky Way is crowded, so it's maneuvered its way through the Milky Way first. Then it's got its way to all the way to us. Then it's going to negotiate all of the planets as it passes through our solar system, whilst coming in on the trajectory where it's hidden from us by the sun. It's fucking wild. Like it. I mean, Oumuamua was crackers enough.
What if these objects? Because we always think, fucking aliens, speed of light, or they can fucking warp space time, or whatever. What if they can't? What if they could just make really fucking robust crafts, and they do the same thing that we allegedly do, where we slingshot round planets, round the moon? That's what it's doing. It comes in. It makes itself in perfect alignment. It's probably slingshotted around loads of suns, loads on the way here to
Do you
get
know what
to
I think's
us.
going to happen?
Nothing.
No, I think something's going to happen. I've been saying for a while, I think this movie's got an ending.
It's going to land, isn't it?
No. I think it's going to approach towards the back of the sun. I think the last observations we can get of it will be it decreasing in speed, and then people will have been waiting to see it emerge from behind the sun, and it's not going to. It's going to sit there.
It's going to stay behind the sun.
That will be the oh shit button is pressed, that it stayed behind the sun.
Can you imagine?
So there'll be a media silence about it. It'll be mocked at first. There will be amateur astronomers going, we were fucking tracking this thing and it's not gone there. Like, there'll be all your amateur Jeff Goldblums from Independence Day. Avi Loeb will be a mixture of, he'll be like Tasmanian devil mixed with like a constant ejaculation. So just like this fucking rotating garden hose of spunk, because he knows he's right.
I mean, I thought you were going to say like the Tasmanian devil with Sonic had a baby. Like,
no, Tasmanian devil fuck Sonic.
He actually probably would physically fuck him as well. You can tell that's a randy little bastard.
Yeah, it'd be nothing. Sonic
shag anything.
Nothing. He wouldn't even care if he's prickly either.
No.
Yeah, that's what I think. I genuinely think that's. I mean, I'm not 100% Lee on it. No, absolutely not. But I'm a percentage. I'm a certain percentage on that's what's going to happen.
So you're hearing this first, people, on the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. Lee has predicted that the object is going to sit behind the sun and stay there.
And that's going to be our...
Do you think it's going to stay there to the point where just nothing's going to happen? Then NASA's going to be like, we need to fund this craft to the sun.
We need to send
things there.
Because this is where like shit gets weird in Lee's head. This comes in November, yeah?
Yep.
So we keep hearing the 2027 number.
Yep.
So we have a year of this. Come 26, this Christmas going into 2026. Because when you think about it, if something stopped behind the sun, there will be an official story about it, like a reason of how this could happen. Like it's become fucking tidally locked to the sun or something, or
it hit the sun.
Yeah, so there'll be something like that. There'll be various reasons as for why it is perfectly reasonable that this is stopped. Then, like you say, we're going to get 6 months of like what we're going to do. I think a probe will be the thing. Maybe there's even a probe we can redirect or some of that, or a satellite that's already up there that we can redirect to, but it's going to take 5 months to get there, 6 months to get somewhere where we can get. Because obviously you wouldn't send a fucking probe.
Well, you couldn't send it direct.
Sun. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So it'd be something that hopefully we could divert to get an angle on it.
Also, it'd take a fucking hell of a long time because we'd have to slingshot it round to. It would have to go way out into space as far as my little peapod brain is working here. But I used to play a lot of Kerbal Space Program, and it'd have to slingshot round fucking, I don't know, Jupiter or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's if it's not something that's already there. You know, like if all of a sudden we turn and say, well, we've actually got such and such HP 194 probe that's on its way there. It should be there in about 6 months.
It is interesting. I mean, I don't think it's a nothing burger. I really don't. I don't think you can write Avi Loeb off. At the end of the day, do you know what I bet it is? I bet it's a lot of fucking jealous fucking scientists that are like, this guy's fucking taking up all the limelight here, talking about aliens. Like, because they daren't ever even say the word aliens.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just. I mean, there'll be a lot of people that are just too scared to say it. There'll be a lot of people that think he's wrong. I mean, even us, we don't truly know what his intentions are with this. But
if you're doing that job, if you're in the whole space game, there is no way, unless you are really religious, and I don't know why you'd be doing that job if you are, but there's no way you wouldn't think there's something out there and there's a chance that something could come here. There's no way you wouldn't think that, because what they tell us, it's fucking massive and it goes on forever. So these people that work in these jobs, they will think there's aliens out there.
You would think so. I mean,
and the excuse they make is, oh yeah, but they destroy themselves because that's what civilizations do when they reach a certain fucking.
Yeah, like I say, we have a tendency to humanize everything. See, I just think to me it feels like this perfect scenario for if there's something coming back, it's the perfect scenario for that. If it's Project Bluebeam, it's also the perfect scenario for that.
Has Joe Rogan had Avi Loeb on?
Yes.
He has?
I believe so. Lex Friedman definitely has.
Right, I don't think Joe's had him on.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check. I'm pretty sure he's been on, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. Let's see, I've got another good clip here. It's only really short. It's from
Give me it, baby.
What is the guy's name?
Hit me.
Tim Hogan, a Grandmaster of the Knights Templar, and we just keep hearing people saying stuff like this all the fucking time.
We believe that there's a massive hall of records that's underneath the pyramids. It goes beyond the Giza Plateau. It actually, there are tunnel networks between Giza and Saqqara, about 20 miles away, that are completely closed off by the Egyptian government. And there is evidence of this advanced technology all throughout that. And this is all going to be coming out in the years ahead. I can promise you, you can hear it here, but you'll look back on this conversation and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Tim said it first.
That's right. So, but there,
we just keep getting these bits trickling out of
little
people
nuggets.
pushing. It's stuff we'd never got before, like spaceships on the way, fucking alien abductions, and like fucking self-assembling nano fucking structures from abductees with implants. Stuff.
Can you imagine if that thing does come close,
and it does something to all the people that have got fucking shit in them?
Well, I was gonna say whatever's under Egypt fucking takes off,
or just starts again,
starts working again. Summer's definitely coming, isn't it? 2027. It is something's.
It feels
something's
like you can
fucking
kind of
brewing.
feel it. Look at, I mean, even I was looking at the tsunamis warnings, and it's what no one's really talking about is the fact that fucking Yellowstone's been grumbling away again, like something rotten. Now there has been videos of people at Yellowstone National Park putting like water bottles on the ground, and it's fucking Jurassic Park Central, the water that's in the bottle.
Is it Yellowstone? If that fucking erupts, it's
game over for America, and like nuclear winter for everybody else.
That's quite scary. The whole Yellowstone thing. But I mean, is it something they just tell us? You know.
Don't know, mate. Don't know. I mean, there is seismic activity. We have earthquakes. We have volcanoes. So, it is a volcano.
Yeah, I mean, volcanoes have erupted all the time. You know, they don't take out the fucking world.
Yeah, but it happens to be quite a big volcano, though.
Well, it can just fucking behave itself.
No, look, I'm fucking
hell. If there's a nuclear war, and they want to nuke a certain place, Jesus Christ!
I don't know if that would work. I don't know if that would do anything.
Oh, okay, that's good then. That's good.
Yeah,
then.
no. If anything, I wonder whether that would relieve some of the pressure. To be perfectly honest,
like a pre-wank.
Like a pre-wank. I really don't know. Fucking pass. That's like, whatever you do, don't write that in your dissertation, kids, because Lee does not know what he's talking about. Like fucking ever. I mean, it pushes me back to this as well, like from our good friend Jeremy Corbell, right?
Have you got Jezza? Have you got Jezza for me?
What?
Have you got Jezza for? Oh, you have got Jezza for me. Brilliant.
Big shout out to Red Panda Koala as well for this. He's put a few of these clips together, which we've used tonight. Go follow Red Panda on X because he's fucking good at this. So right, let's listen to what Jeremy Corbell has to say about 2027.
But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced, how they explain that, the nature of that threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I sent you 2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie. Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention. And they'll change the date, especially if they see this. Things will change. Because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it. Now you can verify it. If that's the case, then I'm fucking dangerous. You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated, it's been pretty clear, and it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. But why they want you to know that truth now? Hope I'm wrong, but it's terrifying. Think about it. Maybe it's good to get ahead of it. Call it out now before they do it. I'll be called crazy. That's okay.
Very dramatic.
Feels fucking prophetic now, though, doesn't it?
I mean, it's. Can you imagine if he has been told?
I take that seriously?
I take it seriously, mate.
No, but do you want to know why I take it seriously?
Why?
Because every time Jeremy Corbell has had to act in a documentary, it's been fucking ridiculous. He's a terrible actor.
That's true.
And I think he's genuine there. I think so if nothing else, he believes what he's saying there.
So tell us, but you didn't tell us almost like he knew the reason why, the reason behind the lie.
Well, I think he's insinuating fake alien invasion, isn't he? And the big thing I thought with that is like all the way through this disclosure thing, all the way through it, I think we were the first ones to start saying this.
We were. We fucking were. We were right on the fucking money.
Back on Alien Addict, when I think I was the first one to say on our show, why all of a sudden do people want my mother and father, which have never paid any attention to UFOs or aliens, why do they want them believing in them now?
I mean, I think it was me, but we'd have to go way back. But it could have been you. I don't know.
I think it was me because it was interesting.
I think it was me that said, why does everybody want my mother? And you said, and father. And it was a group effort.
No, you said, why does everyone want my mother when she started her OnlyFans?
I kind of walked into that, didn't I? It's a fucking scary fucking thought, though, mate.
It is like fucking imagine that happened when you were in school.
Like, what are they up to?
Do you know what the second part of that, which I think really, well, third part, I suppose, what really got me was when he said that date might change, especially after this. They'll move the dates around.
Well, we've heard dates change, haven't we?
What if they've sped it up?
What, the craft or the date?
Well, yeah. Well, he's saying it's a lie.
'Cause he's saying there is no craft.
Yeah, he's saying it's a lie. So what if this was planned for 2027 and they've gone, nah, we need to bring this forward? What if this thing coming towards us was supposed to start in 2026 to arrive for 2027? Like November 26 into 27.
Well, if there are good people out there that are onto this and they want to make the world know that there's some fucking bullshit coming and they're trying to fucking spin something, it would make sense that they speeded it up so that people wouldn't get wind that it's bullshit.
I see. The thing is, I find this interesting with Corbell too, is that you feel, especially if you listen to Weaponized these days, he's not in it anymore. He's not in as much as he was in.
You mean with aliens?
Not with aliens, like with the stuff he's coming out with the the military leaked footage and stuff like that. I think they cut him loose. I think he fulfilled what they needed of him. And see, the thing is, he's still got a public profile now, so he can still continue to do what he's doing because he has that following. But as far as the people that brought him to the dance, I think they let him go. I think they fucking cast him out. Like fucking, we've seen with so many other. Like, the only difference between him and Lou Reviews is success. You know, that's just Jeremy Corbell's like really successful. So and handsome. That's Lou's not so great.
I always knew you fancied Jeremy Corbell.
That is a guy who's like black belt in jiu-jitsu, good beard, strong arms. You'd feel safe with a man like that. Sometimes we just want a bit of safety, especially now with like a fucking fake alien invasion coming our way.
I mean, I did say if they're greys, I'll fuck them up. If it's just a bunch of skinny little grey dudes with big heads, I'm gonna smash them heads.
Holly, you're impressing nobody. Nobody believes that in this. No,
Hey.
even people that haven't seen the video content know this is bullshit.
I will spin that fucking grey around by its arms till they come off.
You couldn't spin a candy floss, Oliver.
With these guns, a grey ain't got a chance. And he ain't getting into my head, I tell you now. I've got a... what is it? A field? I don't think a grey would stand a chance against me.
I think you've got body dysmorphia.
No, I haven't. I'm a strong man. And a grey ain't fucking with me.
Do you know what proved it was your voice then?
I tell you what does scare the shit out of me though, Lee.
For everything.
Them fucking mantis bastards.
Yeah,
If they're
fuck them.
no, if they're there, that'd be scary. That would be
Mantids,
scary if shitloads of mantis
reptilians,
came out.
Fucking reptilians.
Fuck the reptilians. The mantis is the ones. Have you seen what? Look what a mantis does to a reptile. It eats its fucking head.
Face, yeah, eats it face first.
Like, can you imagine being eaten face first, still alive, with your brain hanging out?
No, Ollie. No, I can't. It sounds fucking revolting.
A big green fucking insect picks you up by its big green.
That sounds
long
almost
arms.
as bad. That sounds almost as bad as running from a zombie and dying with a stitch in your side.
Either that, or it is just greys, and the greys make you see mantis and lizard people. They're not really there. It's just the greys.
It's not. None of it's fucking ideal. None of it's ideal, mate.
I mean, we said we wouldn't go down the fucking demon route, and I'm not going to.
It sounds like you're going to.
But what would you prefer? If you had to have a choice, the alien invasion or biblical fucking end times.
Biblical end times.
Interesting.
Well, because okay, I'm gonna get ripped apart by a demon, but at the end of the day, I haven't done anything too bad.
I ain't done anything too bad, but
if
I don't
biblical
know.
demons, I mean, I'm not sure how he's gonna stand with the animal stuff, but like if demons and Satan are real, that means Jesus Christ, God, heaven, the cherubs, that's all there, and we're off to a fucking fluffy cloud after we've had our innards ripped out.
That's what we've been told about heaven, yeah, but it might not be like that.
Well, okay. I'm just saying, if hell is like, if hell's like we've been told, then there's a pretty good chance the other side of it's like it as well. That was the big thing about the Gareth Icke interview I enjoyed with Liam Tufts, actually, was when Gareth Icke was talking about how if if people didn't have to fear death, how much different they'd live their lives.
Oh, yeah.
Really hit me that. Like, but and the other side of that is, I wonder how many people just check out. You're having a bad day on money, like, fuck this. I'm fast forwarding this. See you suckers on the fucking flip side.
Maybe there is a rule about that, though. Maybe there is a rule if you fucking check out yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
They do say that, don't they? They do say that's like a sin.
I don't know. I'm certainly not fucking callous enough to even entertain that as a conversation.
Yeah, aliens are on the way, people. So make sure that you give us fucking some 5-star reviews before 2027 and get us voted, get us the podcast. What is it called, Lee?
British Podcast Awards. The link is in the description. You can go and vote for us on the listener's choice. It really does matter. Your vote matters. It does not take, it takes a good chunk of votes, don't get me wrong, but it takes less votes than you would think it does to win a competition. We have enough listeners to win this competition. The only thing stopping, you guys and us, smashing into that fucking building and taking the Listener's Choice Award for our own and shaping British podcasting in our own image is you guys just getting off your asses and pressing the vote button. That's all we need you to do. We can do this.
Oh, that's weird.
It was.
And we can do some fucking... It wasn't my ass, by the way, people. It was my my arm, my mic arm. Yeah.
Yeah, Ollie's ass, when it makes those noises, it kind of just goes...
How did you know that?
I've just a guess. Just to guess that...
Says you. Fucking... I've slept in the same bed as you, and you just fucking do nothing but fart.
Yeah. But you know when they come out, they're like this fucking friction. It's breaking its way out there. Yours is like someone left the patio doors open and there's fucking curtains blowing in the breeze.
I mean,
it's a well-trodden
when
path,
we
though.
met, I couldn't get anything out, if you remember.
No. For a man that was full of shit, you really couldn't pay to get rid of one.
Scared of public toilets as well, and trying to go to public toilets.
This is the man. This is the man that's going to fight off the alien invasion with his bare hands. Is a guy that goes to the United States for fucking 10 days and is that terrified he can't go to the toilet anymore. That's here is your great white hope and savior.
I just got shy, It's just like it was just backed up. I needed something, and nothing could get it going. I was just clogged. And I've always had a phobia of toilets, public toilets, because people used to. I once went to one when I was a kid, late, sat on it, didn't realise that I needed to wipe it, just sat in somebody's piss.
Oh yeah, I don't even fucking wear shoes going to the toilet in an airplane.
I know you don't. It's fucking foul.
Fuck that piss. If I get a bit of piss on me, it's gonna dry. Could change my socks eventually.
Oh.
Eventually.
Oh no. Piss and
it
shit.
Changes the man, Like when you're, as you'll know, you've been a father twice to babies, but that moment where I accidentally licked my finger when I didn't, I'd been changing the child and wandered away doing something else and gone, shit, that's human shit. It changes a man, makes you think differently.
Yeah,
keeps you on your toes.
I can't say I've done that.
Maybe you should have done. Maybe we'd have a different Ollie. We'd have an Ollie ready for war.
I did once when my missus was, she it's a weird thing. She once made pancakes out of breast milk, and I ate them.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military establishment. They are not what they claim to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want those major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief. Beyond